it's Miss Chavez. For today's lesson, I'm going to read you guys a really cool story that I think you'll enjoy. So we'll get right into it. All you guys have to do is put your listening ears on and listen to a really good story, and then we'll stop and we'll talk about it as we go through it. So today's story is Listen Buddy by Helen Lester. And that is the author, that's the person who wrote the book. It's illustrated by Lynn Munsinger, and that's the person who drew all of the beautiful pictures that you guys are going to see in this story. So today's story is Listen Buddy. The first thing Miss Chavez notices is I see some big listening ears, and I'm assuming this is going to be one of our main characters or a character in the story, and it looks like a big bunny rabbit. Let's get right in. Listen, Buddy. Buddy's father had a beautiful big nose. He was a great sniffer. So if you guys are sitting at home, I want you to touch your nose right now. And when you sniff, it's the way that you smell things. And he was excellent at that. Buddy's mother had beautiful big teeth. She was a great chomper. So she was good at biting all of her carrots and eating, and you can see her beautiful big teeth. Buddy had beautiful big ears. It didn't matter. When Buddy's parents sent him to the vegetable stand to get a basket of squash, he came home with a basket of wash. When they asked him to buy 15 tomatoes, he came home with 50 potatoes. So good readers, they stop and think when they're either listening to a story or when they're reading. And Miss Chavez is stopping and thinking, and if Buddy has really big ears, he's not listening to his parents because he didn't bring home the squash, and he didn't bring home tomatoes, he brought home potatoes. So maybe Buddy's big ears aren't really helping him here. I wonder what's going to happen next. Buddy's father said, "Listen, Buddy, will you please bring me a pen?" "Who?" asked Buddy. "You," said his father. "Will you please bring me a pen?" "A what?" asked Buddy. "A pen," said his father. "Will you please bring me a pen?" "Sure," said Buddy. Buddy's father said, "Listen, Buddy." And I don't know if you guys can see the picture. I'm going to put it close up to the camera. But Buddy actually brought back a hen, which is another word for like a chicken. And so what did his dad ask him to bring? A pen. And what did Buddy bring? A hen. So it seems to me, and you guys are probably thinking the same thing at home, that Buddy is either having trouble listening or he's just doesn't want to listen to his mom and dad. We'll see. Buddy's mother said, "Listen, Buddy, will you please bring me a slice of bread?" "Who?" asked Buddy. "You," said his mother. "Will you please get me a slice of bread?" "A what? Of what?" asked Buddy. "A slice of bread," said his mother. "Will you please bring me a slice of bread?" "Sure," said Buddy. Buddy's mother said, "Listen, Buddy." Oh my goodness. And let's look at the illustration. It's another word for picture. And Buddy brought, it looks like a saw and a piece of wood that he's cutting. Definitely not a slice of bread. It looks like he has a slice of wood or something that he cut. And so he didn't listen to his dad. He's not listening to his mom. I think there might be something wrong with Buddy's ears. Somehow, Buddy's mind was always wandering too far away from those beautiful ears. His parents tried yelling, "Listen, Buddy!" They tried whispering, "Listen, Buddy!" Nothing worked. One day, Buddy got permission to go for a long hop. He had never before been allowed to go beyond the vegetable stand. Listen, Buddy, his parents warned him. Just remember that at the end of the road there are two paths. The path to the left will lead you around the pond and back home. But the path to the right will lead you to the cave of the scruffy varmint. And that scruffy varmint has a nasty temper. So be sure to take the path to the left. Right? Asked Buddy. Left, said his parents. Right, said Buddy. And with a salute of his paw, he hopped away. Oh no, Miss Chavez is worried about Buddy. I don't think he's going to make the right choice and listen to his parents. And remember what his parents told him. There is a scruffy varmint and he has a nasty temper. So that could mean danger for Buddy. Feeling very grown up, Buddy hopped along past the vegetable stand and onto the road. Now, let's see, he pondered. Was I supposed to go left or right? Or right or left? He thought as hard as he could. The last thing I said was right, so it must be right. Right he went. Oh my goodness. He went the wrong way. 25 hops later, Buddy discovered that right was wrong. There, in front of the cave, was the scruffy varmint, doing scruffy things that varmints do, like snarling, mussing with his hair, rubbing dirt on his knees, and scratching a whole lot of itches. At his feet was a large soup pot. What are you going to do with that soup pot? Asked Buddy. What does one usually do with a soup pot? Bake pie, replied the scruffy varmint. I'm going to make some soup. Some what? Asked Buddy. Soup, snarled the scruffy varmint. Buddy had forgotten his parents' warning about the scruffy varmint. He asked eagerly, May I help? The scruffy varmint was not fond of having company, but with help, he'd have his soup sooner, and so he said, All right, Bunny Rabbit, come help me gather some firewood. Who? What? Asked Buddy. You, firewood. Buddy eagerly hopped ahead of the scruffy varmint. Very gently, he gathered a large prickly bundle, which he held out proudly. The scruffy varmint asked him to get firewood, and poor Buddy did not use his listening ears and got the wrong thing. Roughly, the varmint grabbed the bundle. I said firewood, not briarwood, he yelped, plucking the sharp thorns from his paws. Now Buddy has upset the varmint. And remember what his parents told him. He has a nasty temper. That means he gets really angry. If we're thinking about a 5-point scale, the varmint would be at a 5. Later, when the pot was filled with water, the scruffy varmint lay against a rock, licking his paws and barking orders. Hustle, Bunny Rabbit, get the flour. Yes, sir, said Buddy. 5 pinches of salt. Yes, sir, said Buddy. 15 tomatoes. Yes, sir, said Buddy. But if you look at the illustrations, Buddy is getting all of the wrong things for the varmint. I seem to see a pattern in the story, and that pattern is Buddy is still not using his listening ears. And a big load of squash. Yes, sir, said Buddy. The scruffy varmint rose and gave the soup a stir. He took a taste. It tasted a little like, well, maybe it needed some pepper. Bunny Rabbit, get that pepper from the left side of the kitchen sink, the varmint growled. Who? Get what? From the side of where? Asked Buddy. The scruffy varmint repeated. Who? Get the what from the where of the where what? Never mind. He stalked into the kitchen and got the pepper himself and sprinkled it into the soup. There, he snarled. Now, Bunny Rabbit, put the soup on the fire. Buddy put the soup on the fire. He poured the whole thing out. Oh my goodness. The fire went, so he poured the soup and it put the fire out. So did the scruffy varmint. I'll teach you, he howled. I will have soup. Bunny rabbit soup. And I know just which bunny to use. The bunny rabbit who never listens. Buddy listened. He also hopped very, very, very fast. Faster than he had ever hopped in his life. He whizzed up the road past the vegetable stand and into the safety of his house. Whew, that was a close one. At least Buddy got out of there quick. And a little later, when Buddy's parents asked him to bring a pen and a slice of bread, Buddy listened. Oh my goodness, what a funny ending to that story. I'm really glad he made it out safely, but it turns out the whole time Buddy's ears were working, he just wasn't paying attention, or he was too busy thinking about other things and he never listened. It wasn't until he was in danger and scared that Buddy learned it's important to listen. And I think that's a really good lesson for all of you. I know so many of you are great listeners at home and at school, but it's important that, you know, when our parents are asking us things at home, or our brothers, our sisters, our family members, that we make sure we're giving them our full attention and we're putting our listening ears on. So let's learn a lesson from Buddy today. I am so happy I got to share this lesson with you guys. I will be back with another one tomorrow, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.